Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing this Gorga day? How are we doing? Hopefully we're doing fantastic. Today's video, I am so excited to film. Baby, this took me a while. This took me a while to accumulate. It took me about 3.5 hours to accumulate this box of dupes, you guys. So basically what I did, can't show you yet. Can't show you yet. Basically, you guys, what this video is I asked you guys on my Instagram and I asked you guys on my Twitter, what are some of your guys' favorite like high-end brands, essentially products that you guys really like that you wish that you had a dupe for. So basically, I scoured my beauty room and just scoured the internet in general to find some really great dupes for high-end products. And so that is what this video is. We are duping the dupes. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, also huge shout out to Bliss for partnering with me in a portion of today's video. We're gonna be talking about the Bliss Bright Idea Vitamin C Tri-Peptide Collagen Protecting and Brightening Serum, which is actually a dupe for the Murad one. So we're gonna be using that a little bit later on today before we get started with the goodies. So huge shout out to Bliss. I think they're an absolutely incredible skincare brand that does not break the bank and they have great stuff. So you guys honestly rock. I worked with them several times and every time I'm not disappointed at all. So that's what today's video is gonna be. As always, if you guys don't like this video, if you guys don't like me, please don't fucking watch it. You know the drill with that. But if you guys do like this video, if you guys like dupes, if you guys like the gays,
let's get sexy.
Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. But yeah, let's go and get into today's dupe video. Okay guys, so first things first, we're gonna go in with our Bliss Bright Idea Vitamin C Tri-Peptide Collagen Protecting and Brightening Serum. We're gonna do 2 pumps in the back of my hand. In my hand. I'm gonna put that all over the skin. Oh, you can smell the vitamin C so potently. Oh, it smells so good. And the fact that this is a clinical grade vitamin C without breaking the bank, that is absolutely stunning. So this serum is going to help brighten skin as well as diminish the appearance of dark spots on the skin. That vitamin C really helps brighten and illuminate and awaken the skin from underneath. And of course, that collagen aspect to it as well. It helps protect collagen in your skin, which keeps your skin a lot more supple and soft and radiant for longer. And that's what we want. We want it to last a long time. It's the only skin you're ever gonna have. Let's make it look good. So shout out to Bliss. They're also a clean beauty brand. They're vegan, they're cruelty-free. Bliss. I'm feeling very blissful. That was so lame. Okay guys, so we're gonna move on next. And so what we're gonna do for today's video is I'm actually going to do a little bit of a side-by-side moment. So what we're gonna, actually, you know what? First, we're gonna seal this serum in with some moisturizer. I'm gonna take the Marc Jacobs Youthquake, one of my favorite moisturizers. And also you can find this at TJ Maxx for like literally half off. So that's why I'm putting this in this video. You can find this bad boy at TJ Maxx. And I'm telling you, if you want to have an amazing day, buy it. So I'm just gonna go and seal up the serum in here. So what we're gonna do for today's video, you guys, is what we're gonna do. What? So for today's video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do half our face is gonna be the high-end side, or like, you know, like the favorites that you guys had, and the other side is gonna be the drugstore dupes for your guys' favorites. So that's how it's going to be, and I'm so excited to get this bad bitch started. So what we're gonna do, you guys, we're gonna do the drugstore products on the right side and the high-end stuff on the left side so we can kind of differentiate. So for primer, you guys, this is the most requested primer I had, was actually the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which of course it is great. I actually personally really like it. I think it's a fantastic primer. It's a very gripping primer. It's gonna help keep your makeup on longer because it's gonna latch on to that foundation and keep it on for a lot longer. It's very like a sticky, kind of tacky primer. So I'm putting that one on this side. Ooh, it's already getting tacky. And so for the dupe, you guys, I found that the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer is a phenomenal dupe for the Milk one. This is a great, it's sticky, it's thick, it's that thick, dense consistency. It's a little bit actually thicker than the Milk one, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit thicker, but it still has that same kind of like tack and stick. It's a gripping primer, and it's also green. I'm like, e.l.f., are you guys like trying to come for blood? But look at that. Like obviously they look the same on the, I mean, it's a freaking glowy looking primer. They look the same. So that is that, you guys. I'm telling you, the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer is a great dupe, and it actually just feels, it's cooling. It feels very calming. I really like this. as a dupe for the milk one. Also the jelly one that they did, that was like in that pink packaging, that one's a really good dupe as well. So moving on, we're gonna move on to another product that you guys were like, please find a dupe for this. This is the It Cosmetics CC Cream, another product of mine that I actually genuinely really like, has amazing coverage. It's absolutely beautiful on the skin, like honestly, like baby. She's sickening, we cannot deny it. It's a CC cream, has SPF in it, looks beautiful on the skin, gives stunning coverage. Just pat this on, take it on a Laura Lee Los Angeles face brush. Shout out to Laura Lee, that's my best friend right there. This is like a little too dark for me, to be honest, this shade. Little deep, it's a little deep. This is in the shade light. The shade range for the It CC creams, girl, girl, it's, it could be better. It could be better, to be quite honest. Look at that, that's not my shade, girl. Come on, that's not my shade. So I'm gonna go in with our dupe. It's going to be the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream with SPF 30. It doesn't have as much SPF as the It one, but it honestly, it's a gorgeous finish, it's gorgeous coverage, and it just looks, to me, it looks the same on my skin. Like, it looks the freaking same, dude. It's like actually shocking. I'm gonna put this one on it, on this side. I chose a darker color for this one because it's gonna be a darker color on from the It one, so I might as well do a little bit of a darker one here. But look at this, ma'am. So this is going to be our dupe for the It Cosmetics CC Cream. We have the e.l.f. CC Cream. I was actually really shocked to see the CC Cream in my DMs so much because I actually felt like that a lot of people had already heard about the e.l.f. CC Cream. And I was like, oh, everyone's going to know about this dupe. Like, no one's going to need to know about this. Like, no one cares. But I was shocked about how many people were like, please find a dupe for the CC Cream for It Cosmetics. And I do feel like this is a great alternative. I really do. I feel like you cannot tell the difference from my side on either side. To me, my conspiracy, I feel like it looks the same. So you guys, obviously when it comes to dupes, when it comes to a dupe, it's not gonna be the exact same. Dupes are not the exact same product. It's not a copy. It's a product that can be pretty comparable when it comes to something that you really like. And that's kind of what this video is about. It's more so finding comparable dupes that aren't gonna break the bank. So this video's probably gonna be long, huh? Probably. Okay, so let's move on to concealer. Oh my god, this is like so not my shade. Fudge. Okay, so guys, so when it comes to concealer, I had a lot of people asking me to find a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, which of course is like iconic in its own right. It's a concealer I personally really like as well. It gives you great coverage and it lasts a super long time. It's not the most like, what would it be? Dry skin friendly concealer, I would say. I'm just gonna put this in the middle, fuck it. But it definitely is a really good concealer for a combination, more oily skin. If you need a lot of coverage, it's gonna give you that kind of coverage that you want and crave, which I do. So dupe I have found for the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer is actually from CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. You guys, this has probably been like the closest, this one and there's like a one from L'Oreal that have been like my closest dupes for Tarte Shape Tape. It truly gives gorgeous coverage. Even you guys, even the applicator, the shape of the bottle itself, girl, that's a dupe. That's a dupe. So we're gonna go ahead and put that. And this is in the shade, who knows? Shade Natural Ivory. So this is the shade Natural Ivory and I use the shade Light in Tarte. And we're just gonna try it out. I'm just gonna see the difference. Even the color, you guys, even the freaking color. I'm so excited for this video, by the way. I know this is much more of like it's more of a talk through video. It's not gonna be as like fun. It's more gonna be more informative, but I think that's really cool. I'm excited to give you guys a more informative video that's gonna help you guys save some money and save some coin. I'm excited for that. I'm really stoked for that. I'm really hoping that you guys like this video, of course, that it's gonna help you in some way, shape, or form. If you guys want to, you know, find some dupes for some things, I truly feel like I found amazing dupes in today's video, and I think you guys will really like them. How am I looking? I feel like I look snatched. I would say the CoverGirl one has slightly less coverage than the Tarte one, just slightly though, like literally the smallest amount. I'm just gonna add a little bit more right there. Give me that little pop, but it's still, I would say, an insanely good dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. And actually, I would say it's a little bit more hydrating too. So it's more universally flattering than the Tarte one. Bitch! Perra! That's good. Okay, so I had someone actually ask me like, please, anything Fenty, I wanna see a Fenty dupe. I actually had a lot of people that wanted a Fenty powder dupe. So what I ended up finding was a dupe for their cream blushes. So Fenty, of course, has these cream blushes. And this is in the shade Petal Poppin'. It's great. I think that their formula is really nice. It's like more on the dense side. It's not too oily. I really enjoy this formula. And another formula I found that's great and a color that's really comparable is the e.l.f. Putty Blushes. I think these are so bomb. Ma'am, e.l.f. Fenty. This is in the shade Turks and Caicos, and it's like a really pretty peachy pink. It's good. I mean, it's not the same exact color. There's definitely more peach in this, in the e.l.f. one, but you know, honestly, price-wise, it's a bit shocking. It's a bit shocking price difference. So I'm going to use these bad boys. And honestly, I've already kind of raved and talked about the e.l.f. blushes a lot on my channel. To be quite honest, I've talked about them a lot because I truly think that they're incredible. Taking the e.l.f. one here, I'm just gonna put a little bit on my cheekbones and then I'll set after I'm done. And these are things you guys, obviously, like when doing a video like this, these are things I'm comfortable recommending dupes wise. Like I had a lot of people that were like, I need a dupe for the Chanel cream bronzer. And I'm like, I've actually never even tried the Chanel cream bronzer myself. To be quite honest, I've never even tried it. I don't even know what the texture's like. I don't know, I've never owned it before. So I didn't feel comfortable recommending something like that because I'd never even tried it. So this is just more so on my personal experience. So yeah. I hope you guys don't mind that, but this is based off personal experience. Taking the Fenty one on this side. So as you can see, this is like a little bit more on the pink side. Both stunning, both stunning. They're both stunning, of course, but I like the e.l.f. one more. And she's cheaper. Both have stunning finish. I just like them both a lot. They don't disrupt my foundation, and they both look so good. I'm like turning over the brush, by the way, to use like both products. I'll like turn it around to use the other side for something different. As we can see, the Fenty side, again, it's more pinky, but I still think that it looks really, really, really nice. CoverGirl side, it's a little bit more creasy, as you can see, compared to the two. More creasy, but it's because it's actually a little bit more hydrating. So if you don't mind a little bit more on the creasing side, it is more hydrating. So now let's go and use some powder. And we're gonna do a little powder dupe now. We're gonna powder our whole face. And so I actually had a lot of people that were like, they wanted Huda Beauty products. They wanted Huda Beauty just in general. And so what I did was I ended up finding a dupe for the Huda Beauty powder. This is in the shade Pound Cake. This is the shade I currently use. And so what I ended up finding was the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I think that it's an amazing dupe. And honestly, the quality of the product itself is incredible. They both give me such a beautiful finish. They both set my makeup stunningly, but like, obviously the Maybelline one's like a fraction of the price. The shade of this is 05 Fair. I'm probably shade 10, but I like to use this from underneath my eyes to brighten. But the shades are so similar. You guys see this? How similar they are from Pound Cake and 05. Bitch. Use a Huda Beauty on this side. I'm just gonna powder that with my beauty blender and just kind of get the whole face with this one, whole side of my face with this powder. I think it's fantastic. It's beautiful and it's super finely milled. I think they did a great job with these powders. So I understand why you guys were like, bitch, give me a Huda Beauty powder. Maybe we got one. Don't you worry. We got one. You guys, let me turn it around and use the other side. So this is going to be the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm not going to be as heavy handed with the Maybelline Fit Me because it is a little bit lighter. As you can see, there's a little more white cast. It's slightly lighter and I use just more of a brightening shade. So, okay, color wise, I would say the Fit Me color is a little bit more brightening. It's a little bit more brightening and the Pound Cake's more like my actual shade, but the colors are still really close. This side just looks brighter. It honestly just looks more awake and brighter. And this is the dupe side. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys a little closer up. This is the dupe side right here. I think I look snatched. And this is the higher end side. What do you guys think? I think they both look fantastic. But the fact that we're getting so close with these dupes, period, bitch. So now we're gonna move on to bronzer. So the most requested bronzer I had was Hoola by Benefit. And the other one I had that was really requested was the Marc Jacobs one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Hoola. Hoola was more requested than the Marc Jacobs one was. So Hoola is this bad boy over here. I only have the mini. I do not know where my full size went. No, I literally don't know. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take Hoola and we're gonna put that into the hollows of the cheeks. Just a little bit, we're just taking a light amount. This is honestly such a classic, iconic bronzer. From the color, the formula, it's very pigmented. It's a good bronzer, 100%. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this brush off so we can use the same one so you can see what it looks like for the dupe. And the dupe that I have found is actually from the brand Milani. This is the Silky Matte Bronzer in Suntan 03. So, the color is actually shockingly close to the Benefit one. It's shocking. I'm gonna swatch the Benefit one. Okay. Which one's which? You don't know, do ya? You don't know, do ya? So I'm gonna do the Milani one on this side. And so formulation wise too, it's like a very powdery formula, just like the Hoola one is. It's very like pigmented. There's a lot that comes up on the brush, just like Hoola's is. So we're gonna be using this on the dupe side. And she's pigmented right away, just like Hoola is. You guys, this is so crazy. I would have never, like, when I was looking through my room, my beauty room for like all these dupes, I was like, there's no way that they're like this, like crazy accurate with the dupes. And some of them are like insane, like literally insane with the dupes, with the color, formulation, like what the actual hell? Like obviously the color isn't identical, it's not the exact same, but she's close. She is freaking close. Come on, Milani. Come on, Milani. Number 3, Silky Matte. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more blush on top of my cheeks. I'm gonna do a powder blush, and this is just, I'm just gonna take my own Lunar Beauty powder blush. I'm gonna do a little bit just to kind of intensify the blush a little bit. We're not duping this. This is just for fun. People were like in my DMs being like, dupe Lunar Beauty. I'm like, bitch. Why the fuck would I dupe Lunar Beauty? That's my baby. That's my baby. I ain't duping my baby. The fuck? Support indie brands, damn it. Okay, guys, so my most requested highlighter by far was the Reezy highlighter with Anastasia Beverly Hills. And honestly, I can see why. It is truly one of the most absolutely gorgeous highlighters ever. It's like so iconic, and like the fact that it's not permanent makes me violent. So this is what it looks like. It's like this stunning pale gold, high reflective gold. That's obviously, what was this, made in Italy, I'm assuming? Made in Italy. So I did find one highlighter that I was like, yeah, I feel confident enough to say that this is a dupe. Not the exact same color, but finish, how it looks on the skin, very similar to the Reezy one. And that is actually from Revlon. And this is the Skin Lights. I've actually used these before and I've talked about them before. And they're fucking bomb. These are so good. These are also, I think, made in Italy as well. Let me see. Made in Italy. These are also made in Italy. So I'm not saying they're made in Italy, the same lab, but they're both made in Italy. So anyway, this is in the shade 201 Daybreak Glimmer. So I'm gonna swatch it. Okay, right? So I'm gonna swatch it on this part of my hand. Reezy, Revlon. They're not the exact same color, but they're fucking close. So what I'm gonna do a little spritz of a little face mist to moisten my skin. And we're gonna go in with the highlighter. So we're gonna see. So I'm gonna show you guys Reezy first on the left side. This is such a good highlighter. It truly is iconic. Right here. Oh, bitch. Like she will go down in history, to be honest. Like she's absolutely stunning. So that's what this looks like. It looks, it looks beautiful. It's divine. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now I'm taking a separate brush actually, and I'm taking the Revlon on the right side. I'm taking Miss Revlon on the right side, and they're both baked, so. Right here. Hello. Come on now. I'm like so proud. I'm like genuinely so proud of myself. I'm like as if like I invented these myself. No, I'm just very proud to find these. I would say the Revlon one is slightly lighter in shade than the Reezy one is, but very slightly. Come on, bitch. That's sickening. Okay, cool. So that's all of my dupes for the face. I honestly, like when I'm looking at the camera right now, like looking dead on, I don't see a difference in my face. I don't see it from the sides. I see this one's a little bit brighter underneath my eyes from the Maybelline powder, but that's it. So let's move on and let's continue on this journey. So when it comes to brows, I of course had a lot of people that were asking for a Precisely brow pencil from Benefit. They wanted a dupe for that. They wanted a dupe for the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. And there's obviously a lot of drugstore brow products. There's so freaking many. But the one that I actually felt the most comfortable recommending that I thought was really nice and I've used personally and really enjoyed it was the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slims. This is in the shade, what shade is this? Dark brown maybe? Deep brown. So deep brown is this shade right here. So I'm gonna show you guys what the shade looks like. Very pigmented, super easy, small strokes. You can make nice fine hair strokes with it. That's that one. And then Precisely by Benefit in the shade 4. You guys can still do those small like strokes. This shade's more chocolatey. This one's a little more on the taupey side, but like effect and like what it does to the brows, it's basically the same thing. The color is a little off, of course, but the effect is still there. So I'm just gonna do a couple strokes with the Benefit one in the shade 4. And then this is the Maybelline one on this side. Still giving us that really nice definition. Okay guys, I'm gonna fill my brows in off camera and I'll be right back and we're gonna do the eyes. Okay guys, so we are back and the brows are filled. 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 Anyway, we're filled and we're duped. And we are duped. Can you guys tell the difference between two brows and the color? Obviously the color is slightly, but I'm talking about like the most minuscule slightness off, but honestly, baby, she's been duped. She's been duped.
Absolutely.
Period. Cool guys, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to eyeshadow now. And okay, by far shadow wise, the most requested to dupe was Natasha Denona. Everyone wanted to do a Natasha Denona quality dupe. And to be honest, I don't think there's a drugstore equivalent or like lower end equivalent to Natasha Denona quality. I truly don't. I really don't think that you can get, you know, Natasha Denona quality for $20. I just don't think you can, like, to be quite honest. But what I did find that I thought was like, oh, this is kind of like shocking. So this is the Natasha Denona palette, right? This is the bronze palette. I've used it before. I accidentally fucked up and I like hit this thing and I fucked it up. But this color story, right? It's really beautiful. It's very bronzy, neutral. I think it's really, really nice. But when it comes to a dupe, if you wanted to dupe the color story at least, or at least like have some decent mattes, the Madison Beer X Morphe, girl. Give me a second, let me pull up the other one. So, color story wise, we can honestly create the exact same look with these two palettes because they're so similar color story wise. They both have that bronziness, that bronze effect. Come on, girl. So obviously the one thing about the Morphe Madison Beer product, Morphe quality shadows, they are hit or miss. They're not always gonna be great. They're not always gonna be amazing. They're not always gonna be horrible either. They're definitely gonna be hit or miss with, just in general with Morphe quality in general can be very hit or miss. And so what I would say when it comes to quality wise, I would say the closest quality drugstore equivalent price point that would be closest to Natasha would actually end up being ColourPop. ColourPop has a great array of shadows and they actually do have a really, really nice formula. And they came out recently with these little like 5-pan palettes that actually look very similar to the Natasha Denona 5-pan palettes that they have. So if you guys want, this is definitely an extra option. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna be using the Morphe X Madison Beer and the Natasha Denona on the left. Of course, they're not gonna be the same. You guys, there's a lot more depth in the Natasha Denona shades. Like there's just more going on in the Natasha Denona, but we're gonna try to see if we can do something similar. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the Madison Beer on this side, a nice little transition moment. We're gonna put that into the crease. We're gonna do something really like just soft today. And this is on a LBE1 Lunar Beauty brush. This is just the perfect fluffy transition brush. Stunning. We are working on getting our brushes back, by the way, you guys. We are working on it. We are working diligently, I swear to God. So that's that. As we can see, you guys, the transition shades, they're nice, they're easy to use. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm gonna take a little bit of like a more warm brown, like maroon shade. I'm gonna put that on the outer corner. Very nicely pigmented. Nice full color. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. This is nice. I'm not mad at this, fam. And then we're gonna go in with maybe like more of a, wow, the fact that I just realized that the Natasha Denona palette doesn't even have a super dark brown to like deepen everything, which I find very strange actually. Very strange. I wish there was a dark brown in there. Actually, I might just keep it at that then, so we can create a really similar look like that. And we'll take, what color should we take on the lid? We have those golds. We'll do the gold. Why don't we? It's not super pigmented or super opaque, that like reflective kind of gold, but it's a gold and we're going to use that on our finger to get the most color payoff. I mean, the look is cute. The look is really, really cute. The shimmer is not so great, but the mattes are really nice. Okay. So that's that. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of, what is this shade? Ridge from Natasha. I'll put that into the crease. So now we're using the Natasha Denona side, the matte, into the crease, and they're very pigmented, like very pigmented. More depth, of course, than the Morphe one. And then taking a little bit of Magma on the outer corner. Look at bitch, we can like literally recreate this entire look. Like the dupe to be so close to the original is really shocking. Really, really shocking. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the eyes off camera and I'll be right back and we'll move on to our dupe for the lip. Also, I was gonna do a dupe for the eyeliner. A lot of people asked me to do the KBD Vegan Beauty dupe. However, I didn't really have a liner that I was like, yeah, for sure, that's a great dupe. I know there's a Physicians Formula eyeliner that I actually have tried. I just don't know where it's at. Like I literally could not find it. I literally searched for hours in my room for dupes. There's a Physicians Formula that has that same bristle tip eyeliner that people rave about. And I've used it before and I remember really liking it. I just can't find it. Like, how does it get lost in here? Honestly, you would understand if you saw my room. I'm gonna finish the eyes off camera real quick and I'll be right back. Hey girls, hi, here we are. Okay, so we have the Natasha Denona side here. As you can see, the lid shade, they're better. The shimmers in the Natasha Denona palette are just better than the Morphe ones, I'm sorry. This is just much more demure, it's more soft, and this is like more impactful. You guys can see that? I hope you guys can tell the difference there. I'm wearing Aries lashes by Lunar Beauty because why the fuck not? Because they're stunning. Oh, also, and by the way, the inner corner highlight and the brow bone highlight are actually both from the Madison Beer palette, this shade right here. The Natasha one didn't have an inner corner highlight like bright shade, which I also find very strange. So the more I look at this palette, I'm like, it's beautiful, but like, there's missing some key shades in there for me. Like I can't like, that would not be an everyday palette for me because there's missing some shades that I would need like to travel with and things like that. So one more thing as well. So I actually had a couple people asking me about a roller lash from Benefit dupe, which is a mascara. The only mascara I would say that would dupe it like really well and really nicely is actually the Maybelline Sky High mascara. That's the one I would really recommend for like a dupe, but they're hard to find, so I didn't even really want to say it. NYX. I'm like, bitch, it's hard to find the Maybelline Sky Highs right now. They're sold out everywhere, so I didn't want to say anything, but it is a really nice dupe for the Raw Lash Benefit Mascara, in case you guys are curious. Moving on to the lip. And for the lip, you guys, the lip by far I had the most was Charlotte Tilbury. A lot of people wanted the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. A lot of people wanted Pillow Talk specifically, which is like, I believe her most popular lipstick color. So this one was tough actually. I was actually pretty shocked at how tough it was to find this color specifically. Is this gorgeous mauve nude shade, a mauve pink nude, right? So this is Pillow Talk, super pretty, super stunning. And the formulation is like this creamy, silky finish. The only formula I could find that would be somewhat similar in dupe would be the Maybelline Color Sensational, the matte ones. Have that same really nice slip, consistency, feel great on lips, last a long time, but I couldn't find a color that was the same. But a color that I did find that was really similar was actually from Physicians Formula. This is in the shade Nude Chair, and this is their cream lipstick. The finish, it's not the same. I wish it was, but the color, this is the Physicians Formula, and this is Pillow Talk. So the color itself is like shockingly close. It could be an exact dupe. Honestly, it's that deep mauve shade. And a lip liner. You guys are gonna scream. If you guys remember back in the day, Peekaboo Neutral lip liner by NYX was like my ultimate lip liner. I absolutely loved it. That was such a sickening lip liner. And I used it all the time, and I went through several of them back in the day. It was a perfect nudie brown pink. So I was like, I'm gonna pull it out and see what it looks like next to Pillow Talk. Girl, baby, that's the same shade. That's the same shade. So, I mean, if worse comes to worse, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in with lip liner and then apply this on one side, and then we're gonna do Charlotte Tilbury on one side, just so you guys can see the difference. I'm gonna lip line with NYX Peekaboo Neutral. Okay, so what I decided to do is I'm actually gonna fill in the entire lip on this side with this lip liner as our base. And I'm just gonna lip line on this side and not fill it in. Okay, so that's that. Let's do Physicians Formula on the right side. I wish this was shaped differently. Son of a bitch. Okay, so that's that. I think it looks so it's so stunning. Okay, and Pillow Talk on the side. Okay guys, so as we can see, the right side, this side right here, is slightly deeper. It's slightly deeper, slightly more medium tone pink. And the left side, of course, is just Pillow Talk as is. Slightly deeper with the lip liner fill. Slightly not as deep. Okay, you guys, and that is it for my entire face finding dupes for your guys' favorite fucking products. And honestly, you guys, I have to say, I had a lot of fun filming this. I really did. And yes, it might have taken me a long ass time to like gather everything 3.5 hours later, but I really worked so hard and I tried so hard to find like dupes I really felt like you could actually use that were really good, like really good dupes to the original high-end product. And I really feel like I accomplished that. Like I really genuinely do. I feel like when I'm looking at my face, like they look so similar to me. They look almost identical to me, at least. Maybe you guys can clock some differences. Of course, the lippy, it's like slightly off in color. The shimmer shade on the Morphe side isn't as bright, but she's pretty good. Oh, I love it. I also want to say a huge shout out to Bliss for partnering with me in a portion of today's video. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll of course leave a link down below to check out Bliss, and just in general, they are such a wonderful brand. If you guys want to try out the vitamin C tripeptide serum, it's bomb, it's amazing. It's a great dupe for the Murad Environmental Shield vitamin C brightening serum. So, you know, this is a dupe video, baby. We're duping. We're duping. We're duping. I love it. I love how it turned out. I think I look great. I do. I keep looking at myself like, God damn. But anyways, you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys had fun watching it. I'm so proud of it. Like, I genuinely am. It's gonna get like, watch 100,000 views. I'll cry. I'll cry if it gets no views on it because I worked really hard on this one. But anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. Have a great rest of the night or day, wherever you guys are. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. I love you.